What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. We got some new voices on the podcast this morning. We're going to be talking about Pokopia. We're going to be talking about Winds and Waves, Generation 10. It just feels like there's way too many Pokemon games coming out right now that personally I have not had the chance to play. So we're still playing catch up, and I'm really excited for this episode today. I got two new people in the house. My name is DustyGogoat. Today I'm also joined by Gameboidrew. What's up? Oh yeah, it's you can say hello.
Oh, hi everyone. Hi.
And then and FVLAM.
Hey, what's up everybody? I'm FVLAM. How's it going?
All right. I want to listen. I do really want to do a little bit of I want to do some icebreakers, right? So people can kind of get to know you guys a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do this. Super easy. What are some of your favorite Pokemon games? And by the way, this is a podcast where we interrupt people. This is not like wait your turn.
Okay.
This is not an interview. We're not trying to be like I want you.
Right.
This is a conversation. We're all hanging out. We're interrupting each other. So yeah.
I think I want it to be black and white too because I really enjoyed it. But
Yeah.
if I'm being honest with myself, it's probably X and Y or one of the Legends games, which I know is kind of blasphemous, but I really like the Legends series.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. that.
Felt on the Legends games, especially Legends Arceus. I don't know, that game genuinely changed my brain chemistry. I wish we got more of that kind of stuff. No, I think my favorite one though, I'm gonna be so basic and whatever, but Pokemon Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's like that's my era games. It's my era of Pokemon. Love it. It's so good. I know people have plenty of problems with them, but that's ones I like. I
think it's crazy because I really think it's like a generational take to say like Heart Gold, Soul Silver is the best. I think it's the best, and I could defend why it is the best. And I feel like half the people who say Heart Gold and Soul Silver are no good are just copying the opinions of like Nuzlockers and maybe or whatever, like challenge runners, like competitive oriented people. Those are all valid, complaints of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But like for the vast majority of fans or viewers of those YouTubers, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like the level curve is not an issue for you. That's not a real complaint. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are great. Yeah. Is there anything specific you guys can talk about when it comes to like Y version or black and white? I'm hearing a bunch of names in here. Is ZA a favor for anyone?
ZA's up there.
Yeah.
It's like maybe top 5. I would say top 5 because it's like probably number 5 itself. Because like that's the first time in a very, very long time I was excited to battle. I was like, I wanted to go and fight people. I wanted to do the battling. Because for the longest time, I mean, even in the original games, I would avoid battles. Like, battling was just agonizing and not fun for the most part. Not all the time.
Yeah.
But it was just like doing the endless trainer battle slog. It was just not it. Versus ZA, it gives you that amazing feedback loop where you're just boom, 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 snappy, go get the next one. I mean, people were like Game Boy Luke and stuff were speedrunning the game and speedrunning these battles to try and see how many you could get in one night. I mean, like once you beat the game, I think you can get upwards in like hundreds of them. It's quite absurd how many you can do in a setting. But it's that's probably the game's like strongest point, like why I love it so much and why it just becomes top 5. Because while Arceus, I think, changed how catching works and was revolutionary to that and that feedback loop, I think ZA did that exact same thing but for battling.
No, yeah, totally. It's so funny. So like my Pokemon origin story starts with Yellow. Like I'm showing my age here, but like when I was 7, my mom gave me
got a 40-year-old on the podcast
today.
Like
oh my god, almost. I'm uncmaxing lately, but I actually am like a big fan of the new gen, and I really like that like Arceus, for example. I feel like it's so refreshing. Like the snappiness, the sounds, the shinies in the overworld, like all of that, just like it did something to my brain chemistry too. I think like I literally had no sad feelings the whole time I played it, like for like at least a few months. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
I wish they like kind of expanded on it more, but then they went straight into like the next gen. So
yeah,
it just felt like
both of them kind of
could have been, you know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, it feels like both of these games, both Legends titles, were kind of weren't allowed the time to kind of shine, you know. like big window of anticipation, but we weren't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you guys playing recently?
I am doing the Pokopia,
Yeah.
of course, but I've also been overwhelmed by it, which we talked about a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm actually like doing the fire red, like shiny soft reset hunt for Charmander right now.
Oh, you are doing
Just
that.
because like that game is super nostalgic for me. Like I just like I must admit, like not to be a Kanto glazer, but it is super
No.
nostalgic
It's
for me.
it is really good. I think, dude. I honestly think people are realizing how great these games are outside
Oh, yeah.
of the like. I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think they're just like good games.
No, totally. Yeah. And so I'm doing that too. And then I'm also still playing ZA, but I kind of have got to the point of ZA where I'm like a little bit bored, which I didn't think would happen so quickly already with ZA. So I guess like it's not like that perfect game I thought it was in the first 100
Yeah.
hours. Like now I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, like it feels almost like it's lacking a little bit of the heart that I loved in Arceus so much. So I
yeah.
almost want to like merge the two and create, you know what I mean? Like I just hope they continue to expand on this premise because it's just so wonderful.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Brutally honest, I haven't played Deadlock.
Wait, what is that? What is that?
So Deadlock, it's imagine they have combined League of Legends and like Overwatch.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's I hate League of Legends, but this game rocks. I don't know.
Nice.
It's like it's Valve's latest thing. Love it. Great. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it
Yeah.
though, just because in the podcast. But that's the brutally honest answer.
Yeah.
Pokemon game. I have been playing Pokopia. I've been able to dabble here and there. Fantastic. That's what everybody's saying. That's what streets are saying. That's what I'm saying here. I'm only in area 3, so I just got to like the volcano fire level isk.
Has anyone played like Arc Raiders or?
Arc Raiders, I've heard it, I've seen it. It looks fun. I'm just not an extraction shooter kind of guy.
Can I just say, like, it's like, even if you're just hanging out with friends, there's something so surreal about that game. Like, you can hear everything. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you can politic so that you don't get like shot by like, you know, random enemies.
Right.
And like I'm really good at politicking and then my friends will kind of ruin it. And it's almost like this funny thing that like, because you lose all your loot if like you die basically. So that's been something I've been playing more of. It's like scary. I can't play without friends. I'm like not ashamed to admit because you can turn on a feature where you can it feels like they're in the room with you, so it's like very like almost it's like too realistic. Like
Approximation or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That.
I have not touched this game. I wonder if anyone in chat has played Arc Raiders. I've definitely heard of it. I see these games and to me they all look the same. They look the same without playing them. They just visually look the same, and it just looks like an FP. Like it just looks like a first person shooter to me. But you're saying it has like a
or FPS or third person. Like I like it's one or the other for me. These days at least. Yeah.
I've been trying to like dabble in other games. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like there's just been so.
What are you playing, Dusty?
I've only been playing Pokopia. That's what I've been playing. I had to put down for the first time in a long time. I've been trying to go out of my comfort zone and play games that are not Pokemon, and I was enjoying. What is it called? Octopath Travelers 0. And
oh yeah, I've heard that's a good one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got pretty deep into it. I was getting a lot of enjoyment out of it, and then Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, so I picked up Leaf Green, and then I got a couple hours into that, and then I put that down for Pokopia, and now we're like 2 weeks out of that. XD Gale of Darkness is out. Have not touched that at all.
I need to try that. That's actually one I have not played. That's one of the few Pokemon games I haven't played.
Same. Yeah. Did you guys ever play Coliseum?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Played that up down.
Maybe that's
same. Yeah.
I'm multiple playthroughs in that one. Yeah, that's like a which I'm. You know, it's kind of weird that they did XD first on the
it is
GameCube
weird.
NSO and not Coliseum. It says on the wiki there that you're pulling up that it is it's on expansion pass, but it says TBD next to it.
Yeah.
It's still quite interesting. You would think they would drop that one first, but maybe they're saving that for something. I don't know, but maybe, who knows.
I'm imagining that Pokemon Coliseum is the more popular game. I can only imagine.
Right.
So they're putting it, or I don't know. I literally have no idea. Like it's just so weird that they're going to put out the sequel first.
Right, or just drop them both. I don't know. Like it just seemed like a
Literally.
Yeah.
hey, here's 2 GameCube and SO games. Have fun.
Yeah.
Go have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Because like I guess Pokopia came out as well around Pokemon Day, but like
Yeah.
Still I don't think the audience of these games and the audience of Pokopia have a ton of overlap. I mean, I'm sure it's plenty. Don't get me wrong. The Venn diagram's there, but yeah,
it's such a weird game, so I'm looking forward to actually playing through it as an adult. Rather than just a kid who can't really figure it. A kid who's not very good at games and who just like is just gonna get stuck and frustrated and then put it down, because that is what I did. So I want to play XD Gale of Darkness. I want to capture the Shadow Lugia.
Yeah.
There's like a new Pokemon in there.
Shadow Lugia is so dope.
Yeah, that guy's tough. That guy's tough.
Drew, did they ever make a Shadow Lugia card? Like an official card?
I think there is for like a promo for the. I don't know. Actually, it's a good question. I don't think so, unless there's like a promo I'm not thinking of. I know there is like like some sort of Gale Darkness promo. I don't remember though. Don't quote me on this, please. Yeah, I don't recall.
Because it just feels like something that like I don't know. I feel like hasn't been recognized since the debut of this like new design. It's just kind of weird.
That is a conversation I have heard in the TCG space of like, where is Shadow Lugia? We'd love to see it.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to jump into Pokopia. I've been playing it. I played a couple hours this morning. Oh, there is a card?
Yeah, it's actually a beautiful card. Oh my god, I didn't even.
Let's see. Is it just the art?
Yeah, it has a stamp, has a Gale of Darkness stamp, and it says Shadow Lugia. Yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this can't be. This cannot be real. 1,000 damage.
That's why it's a promo card more than anything else.
Is this real? Holy cow, dude!
Hold on, let me.
This can't be playable. This is like a Yu-Gi-Oh god card.
Yeah, that's what I say. It looks like a promo more than anything than it is like an actual playable. Maybe it was at one point. I don't know.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of them. It doesn't look like it's just from like Etsy.
Why 1,000?
Oh yeah, it's a real card.
I'd say I don't think any card ever has been even close to, like maybe 500 HP, even when they were doing the tag team stuff.
Yeah.
Like
this is
seems like
cool.
overkill. It's cool as hell, but
PSA graded version. Oh my god. On the market.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely real. No, it's definitely real. It's definitely real.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it was hard to get 4 psychic energies back then. You know what I mean? Like,
sure. Yeah.
that quickly.
Crazy energy generators or anything like that.
Yeah.
I guess do you think all of these new characters in forms from Pokopia, do you think these new characters could make their way into the TCG? Or because I think a lot of our audience is wondering if these things are going to find their way into Pokemon Home, Champions, maybe even a future Pokemon game where you can like train and battle with them, which would be kind of sweet, because in Pokopia these Pokemon, their whole mission is to find, their whole mission is to like find their masters. They're like they're trainers, and it would be it's actually kind of nice to think that we could reunite them with ourselves as trainers. That's actually kind of sweet.
I do think Pokopia.
Oh, did he just freeze? Is that on?
Character made? Like, I think that always does happen. I don't know about the video game, like more so like it being competitively used or whatever. But for sure, I can imagine like promo cards and stuff. I mean, they're already doing like the plushies and this and that, so it's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
right.
I think this guy Rotom is gonna be.
I love the Rotom, dude. I love the Rotom. I just met him last night, and he's a ton of fun.
Yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. I don't think there needs to be a sound type, because I saw a really good video by Moxie Boosted.
Yeah.
Who was made the case against sound type, and I think I have to agree with him about how sound basically is how you do special physical split in these games for the most part. Not always, but it's basically that third weird type, but it's not actually there. But I know a lot of people were online were like, is this them soft launching sound type with Rotom? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
that was me. I feel like that was mostly me perpetuating that. It seemed kind of weird because this Rotom, it's built, it's designed, it has a brand new type like all the other battle forms. So before we got the new type reveal, like to me, I'm like, okay, if they're going to announce sound type, this is literally the way they would do it. Kind of like how
I
they
get-
launched
yeah.
Sylveon, but that was quickly dispatched. Yeah, it's not a thing. Sound type's not a thing.
Yeah.
But it would have been
Yeah.
kinda cool.
Normal electric, basically.
Yeah. But that's like that is to me that is a big deal because we've had tons of Rotom forms that are not.
Yeah.
They don't have types, but this one has a type. Yeah, just kind of it's weird.
Yeah, interesting for sure. Yeah, I mean, in terms of all the other guys coming to home and stuff, I'm sure eventually they'll all make their way, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I can't imagine this game doesn't get DLC somehow, like we see in other regions in Kanto. I don't think you see all of them in the base game. I personally have not beaten the game, but I've had friends that do it, so I don't think you see the entire region. But seems like a really cool opportunity, you know, do some DLC.
Yeah.
You get the new, you maybe do like a new, you know, unusual Pokemon, kind of like the Pikachu, kind of like Moslax. I think my favorite's Moslax. I just love him, man.
Yeah,
and he does that little smirk when you get near him. It's just great.
That is pretty cute. I have not noticed the smirk. That's cute.
No, he's like, oh, finally a person.
Nice.
Happy to have someone
That's
here.
nice.
I saw someone on Twitter make him a build that I thought was wonderful. It was like it was like a little apartment room, and it had all the junk food and trash.
Oh,
everywhere. It
nice.
was like he was just sitting
That's
there
fun.
gaming for like way too long, and I'm like,
Very
oh, I love
relatable.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
How would DLC work with Pokopia?
I think
In your
I think
in
the
your
easiest
experience?
layup is like you just put another city. I mean, I don't think I don't know which ones aren't in the game. I just know that there aren't. I'm trying to like skirt the spoiler free. Like maybe Lavender Town or like again like other cities. Maybe maybe what's the city in the south? I forget. Like one of the islands, or you could even do Sevi Islands. You could like they have in Fire Red Leaf Green. You could even just go to another region as well, like that.
Yeah.
But that feels when you do another region, I feel like that'd be more of like a sequel than
Sure.
a DLC.
10 years down the line. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
so
they have
I
the
haven't
game
beat.
engine at this point.
Say it again.
They have the game engine at this point, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they'd have to write all the dialogue and stuff, so yeah, it would take a minute. But I think you could easily replicate this game.
Yeah.
For one or two more sequels. You know.
Yeah. I don't think I mean, at this point, I'm not even hungering. This conversation has popped up a little bit on the podcast, and I'm like,
right.
I think there's so much here.
Please no, yeah.
Like, I think DLC
I
is the way to
agree
go.
with
I don't want to build from scratch again, you know?
Right.
But
I'm 1,000% with you.
Yeah.
On that.
So there's that Hop-Up deal. Well, it's like, you know, I think they'll add more Pokemon, if
Yeah, the
anything.
event,
Like,
yeah.
I see that happening first. But because to me, I'm like, I'm just still in Area 2 and really enjoying myself. And I'm not trying to go further. And I probably should. But I'm like already overwhelmed by the first two areas.
Yeah.
So, just give me more Pokemon, maybe. I don't know.
What is
For
this?
now.
Is this map right here at the bottom that I'm showing? Is this that's not in Pokopia, right?
I think it's like a flipped.
Oh, I see. No, I see. They flipped it and then they.
It's comparing the two, like a map of Kanto and a map of what you
Okay.
see in the game. So I guess if you flip the Kanto map,
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at, but I think at least the first three areas, it seems like, because obviously there's that one bridge that takes you all to Pallet Town. There's like the Pallet Town free roam area, and then there's the regular area, which it's either Fuchsia City.
I think the base area is Fuchsia City.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got. Is it's Fuchsia
because
City,
of
and then it's like
people have
dried
pointed
up.
out like the red bricks are kind of specific to Fuchsia,
Right?
And then if you go
Yeah.
up to, I guess
the
I don't.
beach area is Vermilion. Yeah, 'cause
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
definitely Vermilion. There's no way that's not, because it has the sand. It has all the other things.
Yeah.
And
And then the rocky area that I went to,
I guess it's Mount Moon.
Yeah,
Or
I think
maybe
I think it's Pewter City, Mount Moon, maybe
Right.
Viridian Forest, maybe.
right.
I guess the
Well, it's the
question that I have is
volcano.
like,
that's the piece that gets
yeah.
me.
Well, I think that is a new element that they added to the story where it's like,
Right.
you know, if this is 100 years in the future, and I haven't beaten the game, I'm starting to see some clues that are like kind of exciting, and I'm excited to get to the end so I can start like just, I don't know, speculating. But yeah, I'm like, okay, we know in Cinnabar City there is a volcano that erupted a couple of years after the original games, and we see that in like the Johto games. And then that, I guess that would suggest that there was a volcano or some sort of activity underneath Pewter and Mount Moon, which I guess makes sense.
yeah.
It's a mountain.
It's
But I'm not totally
I just
sure.
Googled it. It says that not only is there the one by Cinnabar Island, but it says Mount Moon is a very in the game and Fire Red Leaf Green. They describe it as a dormant volcano and it's predominantly.
Does it really? Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so that actually checks out in terms of like you going north. Because I was like, well, there's one volcano in Kanto, but they didn't. That would be like an islandish archipelago type thing, not this like we're in. Like I don't know, that was like caves and mining and all this other stuff. And I'm like that gives Mount Moon. It didn't, but yeah, there's Cerulean City, there's Saffron City, there's Lavender Town. Like there's so many other areas in this game that are yet to be explored and that we didn't see in the base game. So
without spoiler, I mean, you said you're close to the end. Without spoilers, like how many more areas are there?
I think there's 5 total.
Okay,
So there's the volcano. I don't know what the other 2, or I know what one of the other 2 are, but I'm not gonna say it to hold spoilers.
But it's not Lavender. Okay, that's interesting. So like, I mean, that would make sense if there's maybe the middle of the map is kind of filled out, but then it's like we could go to the rock tunnel, the power plant, Lavender's.
Yeah,
dude, that's
that'd
cool.
be cool. Like do like a Lavender Town rock tunnel power plant.
Yeah, like they could do like I'm trying to think about what kind of Pokemon from Kanto or whatever. What kind of Pokemon could be turned into could get a new form as a character, right? Like how we have Mosslax, how we have, Pikachu. Could we get like in Lavender Town? If there's a Lavender Town DLC, could there be a Gengar that is like I don't even know. I'm trying to think. Like maybe a Cubone that is like decorated, like he's wearing other things other than his dead mother's skull or something. That's kind of cute.
There's not a lot of ghost Pokemon, and at least that I've encountered so far in Pokopia. So that makes sense that like Lavender Town could be the next thing. But again, I'm more than satisfied with what I got so far. I'm still
me too.
This beautiful big mule. I'm just speculating here.
Yeah, I just
discovered on the topic of like the DLC. I think the most compelling part of this game to me so far too is just like the story. I wasn't expecting it to be so interesting, and I like that they kind of went down. It's almost like it's kind of deep or like almost a little dark too for Pokemon. And so I'd be excited to see them like kind of explore that more. I haven't finished the game, but like I would love like an extension because I think it's really, really, really cool that they did this way. I'm actually very surprised by this game. Like, completely like did not expect it to be this fantastic, low key. So
I think everyone was surprised. I really do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think the story is beautiful. It's fantastic. It's got great messaging and community building, environmentalism to try to leave the world better than you found it. Especially post. I mean, it's very obvious. Even once you build the first Pokemon Center, it's very obvious that like this world experienced some sort of climate disaster and the Pokemon were left behind for some reason. We don't know yet. We know further in the story, but like that's the general pitch, right? And it's a really cool story, and just I've seen theories that say this is the prequel to Mystery Dungeon, which is a cool theory. I like to.
Oh, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Yeah, where do the humans go? Oh, that's cool.
Right. Well, because in Mystery Dungeon, there's human objects and things that from the human, like when humans are around, but there are no humans in Mystery Dungeon. Yeah. And they have buildings like even like the grass huts in Pokopia are almost 1-to-1 that what you see in Mystery Dungeon, and again with the mechanics of like building a certain habitat for certain Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon mimic the ones in Pokopia. That's a cool theory I've seen. I'd be really cool to see how how much of a connection there is there. But the biggest thing to me about Pokopia as to like why I think I love it so much is like the writing as well, and like the way the character, like every single character is so organic and so. Like, I don't know, you just never have, like, a repeat interaction with people, except for Bulbasaur, when he's, like, screaming that we need to get this place human. But the coolest, I think the reason why I love this game so much is it reminds me so much of Poke Park. I don't know if
I never played Poke Park.
I never played it either.
Poke Park is basically this game, but without, like, all of the building Minecraft stuff.
No way.
And there's a lot more, like every individual Pokemon in Poke Park has unique mini games that you play with them and little challenges you do, and it's a lot of fetch quests and stuff, but it's still like it's very similar in the vibe and like how every Pokemon has an original personality. They have something original to do to bring to the table. Yeah, I would love to see a Pokepark 3 if they ever ever did that, but I think this game does that, but even better. So, but yeah,
on that note, I think we were talking about this briefly before, where like I played a lot of Animal Crossing like during the pandemic, and I remember feeling like the interactions with the characters felt like very like repetitive. And what I really like about Pokopia is I do feel like I'm having like unique interactions consistently enough where I'm like, this isn't like boring anymore. Like I played a lot of animals, so I imagine like my hours might end up being way more in Pokopia long term, just because there's so much to like come back to versus the same old, you know. Not to hate on Animal Crossing, but you know, it feels like a better version almost in that regard. Yeah,
we spent so much time anticipating or comparing this game Pokopia to Animal Crossing, but like now that it's finally here, not only do I think it's like not only do I think it's really not that much like Animal Crossing on one hand, I think on the other hand, it just, you know, if you want to compare it, to me, it feels a million times better than Animal Crossing. I think the idea of Animal Crossing is a lot of fun. We all have like this collective memory of what Animal Crossing was for us as gamers, you know, during the pandemic. But like, I don't know, like I think something I've always secretly felt, but I wouldn't allow myself to believe, because it's like it would just feel like punching down. I don't even know how good Animal Crossing really is. Like, again, I think the idea of it is really nice, and whatever. For me, I'm speaking for myself. I guess I never really liked it that much because it felt so limited, and those limitations felt kind of like, I don't know, they're arbitrary. Like they're artificial. And in this game, I don't know. I feel like this clears. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, that's a hot take, but I definitely like.
Do you know what I'm like? Where I'm going for there? I'm not trying to be like a hater. Like, I'm not saying Animal Crossing is bad.
Pokopia made me agree with you now. Like, I think that like for me, I was never a cozy gamer. I was very much like Pokemon, or we talked about like FPS, or you know, like I'm very much like I need something more than just like, you know, watering plants and like fishing and you know, getting like, and like I actually really, I think Animal Crossing made me really like that cozy game experience. And then I also never played Minecraft, which this game I know resembles a lot. I was not a Minecraft person, and no hate, I just never really got into it. And so like to have kind of both of those vibes and really enjoy it in Pokopia makes me kind of want to go back to a game like Minecraft and explore that too, maybe at some point. There's so much to play these days, but yeah, I think you're right now, but which is cool though, like, right, like these games are evolving and Nintendo is evolving, and it's kind of dope to see that happen with a game like this. I'm glad they did this.
I think, like, obviously we can say, I mean, I've seen this argument on Twitter that like it's like, oh, Animal Crossing sucks compared to this game. It's like, well, that's like what people saying.
Is that what people are saying?
Some people are kind of, they're dunking on Animal Crossing. And it's like, yeah, it's fair to criticize Animal Crossing, but that's like if you criticize like Ocarina of Time because of what Breath of the Wild does. You know
totally, because the game is 10 years old at this point. And
exactly. So, and like, and Animal Crossing is 6 years, half a decade old at this point. So it's like, you know, it only makes sense that it's better to say like this is a great iteration and like step in a better direction for these types of like games. You know what I'm saying?
But I still think, like, even though there's, I guess, I don't know how many people are even talking about this, but like I don't even think it's that much like Animal Crossing. Like on the surface, when it comes to like maybe I don't even know, the planting, I'm like there's like a lot of cosmetic things in the game that make you think about Animal Crossing, like your character, and like instead of villagers we have Pokemon, and all the little sound cues. Like there's so many. I feel like what do they call it, like a soundboard or like the
even your items, like it's very similar. And that's why when I first opened, I'm like, oh, this is Pokemon Animal Crossing. And then the more I played, I'm like, it's not really.
It's not. It's like Minecraft. It really is like Minecraft.
It feels like, I think that's the way to warm us into it. Maybe.
Right. I mean, you guys know that this is maybe the same people who made Dragon Quest.
I've never played that game. I think a lot of people haven't played that game.
Builder. Yeah. No, I think a lot of people missed that. I heard fantastic things about that game as well. Obviously the Dragon Quest IP, at least over here in the West, doesn't carry as much as it does over in Japan. I think in Japan they have a little holiday dedicated to Dragon Quest. It's crazy.
Dude, we need a. That's awesome. A Pokemon holiday.
Right. Honestly, yeah. But Dragon Quest Builders is like this is what they did first, and then they just got the guys who made this game to make Pokopia. So, and I mean, and look, they're even comparing it. Oh, they're building a better game than Minecraft.
I was just so
like
confused.
Comparing it
Yeah.
to Minecraft.
Well, you're showing that this is the first one. The second one is even better, apparently. Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is,
okay.
and then that dev team helped. I think they did a lot on Pokopia.
Sure. Yeah.
It's 2 that I think's gotten like the rave reviews.
Okay.
Right.
Compared.
So, yeah, but that's where a lot of Pokopia's inspiration, where a lot of its bones comes from, is this series right here. It's great. It's fantastic.
See, like that's what I want more of in Pokopia is like a little more combat. I feel like maybe that's like asking for too much, but
maybe that's where the sequel. Like maybe that's where the sequel comes in.
Please, a little bit. I don't know. I love a little.
Even just like little battle mini games, or like kind of like Poke Park, where there some characters you can battle with, some characters you do like little mini game tasks with, like you race them, you play tag with them, you chase them around. There's like a bunch of different options in Poke Park, which is why that's like one of the reasons I really enjoy that game.
I would enjoy the combat. This is something I think that started popping up in our chat right before Pokopia came out. It was like, okay, what is the big surprise? Is there going to be combat? Is there going to what is there going to be that's going to kind of shock us, because they didn't show us anything. And the surprise was like the sheer quantity of the size of this game, the scope. And I gotta be honest, I'm actually really glad there's no combat. Now that I'm actually playing Pokopia, I'm glad there's no combat, because there have been so many times where, like when I first went into like the active volcano, where like visually my brain was telling me, okay, you got to be on high alert. You're in the fire temple. You're about to get something's coming for you, right? And then I had to like actively remind myself, like, no, you're good. This is Pokopia. Like, you can't die.
Yeah.
This is a good, fun experience. And I kind of do. I guess, like, I'm glad that's the decision that they took. I guess they could also do something like Stardew Valley, where it's like only certain locations. Like there's only combat in certain locations.
Like a dream island, but you know that island is like filled with like maybe.
Yeah, dude. You're right.
Like a dream island can be like that combat where the combat lives, so you're prepared for it, so you don't have to go. Like that would be cool. Like I'd like to see it, but maybe in like a contained way. You know what I mean?
We could do like Nightmare Island. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah. Shadow Lugia comes out.
And he's got a southern accent. Yeah, he's like French for some reason. Yeah. I like that. No, I like that. I mean, and it also kind of makes sense. I guess I'm just trying to appreciate it for what it is, because it's like, this is a game. Pokopia is a game that is removed from the mainline games, and that's fine. You know. Like every other Pokemon game you can battle. It's fine that in this game you can't battle. Also, here's something I was thinking about, right? Everyone loves Black and White because of the idea that is presented about, okay, well, is it morally wrong to make Pokemon battle each other? And I feel like this game actually explores that for 100 hours, the whole game. The whole thing is like, without humans, if Pokemon existed without humans, there is no battling, right? And so there is no battling in this game. There's just no combat at all, because the Pokemon are all friends. The legendaries and the, like every Pokemon is your friend, even the dark types.
Some of them have some petty beef with each other, which is so funny to me too. It's so like animated. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, man, combat would be weird in this game. So was there like one moment in the game in Pokopia where you were like, okay, this is different. Like this is it. Was there like one specific moment that you can remember? Not gameplay feature, but just like, was there like, just a time when just a moment when you're playing it and you're like, whoa, like I'm in for a treat.
I think when I stepped into Bleak Beach and I saw the SSN in the distance, and I was like, oh. That was like when like I saw this, I was like, oh, it's a whole new town. But I don't know what it was about the SSN like being run down in the distance. I was like, oh, this game, the scope of this game is, I'm in this for at least a 40-hour experience minimum. I was like, oh, this is this is a special. And I knew there was going to be like certain areas and stuff, but I thought it was just going to be kind of surrounded around that little base town that you start in. And maybe there was like, oh, a little bit on this mountain hill over here, a little bit over there, a little bit. No, it's like totally different. You know, you're seeing this over and over again, and each area even gets bigger and bigger as you know, expand out and explore stuff. And yeah. And also like there is a whole, the other thing I saw was like, the electricity mechanics in this. I was like, oh, we can just make an entire electric grid, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's crazy. Some people have made, I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter, some people have made some calculators and stuff, like they're like literal logic boards. Yeah, I was like, man, they are gonna have Dune running on this game in a matter of weeks. It's once you start with the basic logic gates and stuff, it's over. It's over. So, but yeah, sorry, I gave 2, and I was about to do 1. But yeah,
no, that was pretty cool to see. And a lot of these things did pop up online. Like I was like a discovery like that, the circuitry as they call it. Like I did see that online first, and that was impressive. That kind of made me realize like, okay, this really is more like. I guess I did appreciate how like the whole world was like surprised, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like it was a week of discovery, and nothing got data mined. Like in this community, right? And on this podcast, like we're just accustomed to data mining because it just happens when there's a new Pokemon game, and we learn everything about it immediately, and it's offline and it's devoid. It's like removed from the game, and I think it's been really special to play. To just experience the launch of this game that's only on Switch 2, because the Switch 2 can't be data mined right now. And it's like we have to discover these things over time in the game. And I guess I'm excited to play Gen 10 like this as well.
Right. You did, on that point, I
think a lot of people mainline games, if not felt alive, and like these feel like, I don't know, I feel like these are like just like everything's more animated. It feels more like all the interactions. There's always a Pokemon bugging me to do something. Like I feel like I'm like actually in a world, right? Like whereas with like some of the mainline games, they felt so like almost superficial and bland to me, like to some degree. And so this is really nice in that regard. I mean, that's kind of like maybe a cop out, but that's like my overview feeling. Is like it just feels alive, which I like. It has heart, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It has a lot of heart, and I need that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that even extends for me. I feel like that, you know, yes, the characters are all doing something different. The world is, you know, there's always stuff going on, but I think that even extends out into the environment. Like I think something that I feel like this game has so many elements that were present in different forms in the original like Pokemon games. And I think when we're often thinking about like, you know, what makes the old Pokemon games so classic and enjoyable? Why did Pokemon take over the world? And I feel like it's because of like meaningful exploration. It's like for just one example of that, it's like I made the choice to like go, you know, dig a hole, and then I was like, what's over here? The game's not telling me to do this. Let me go explore there, and I'm rewarded by just like weird little oddities that don't even have like they're like you don't really know. Like it could be like a hut, and maybe there's some items there, and then you have to kind of make up your mind. Like you're kind of interpreting what this was. You know, what does this mean? Maybe there's a picture of a Pokemon. Maybe there's like a little journal entry, right? And none of it really matters, but it's like, to me, that feels so rewarding because I'm like just racking my brain in the moment. Like that's a nice reward, but it also encourages me to continue to explore the world, you know?
Right.
Because I know there's going to be something around every corner.
Right. It does a great job of just giving you these little like breadcrumbs. Like I think like Professor Tangrowth and all the other Pokemon, just like if you don't know what to do, it's very easy to just to default to them and just like, okay, give me something to do.
Yeah.
But it's again, there's just like everything. It's like, oh, there's a little thing here and a little thing there and a little thing here and a little thing there, and it all kind of just like seamlessly works together. It's like, all right, I built this house. I gotta wait for that. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna get this task done for me out. Then I'm gonna go do this. And I'm gonna go. Oh, let's go clean up the road. And then and it's like, oh, now the house is done. Let's go do this. You know, it's just, and it's a flow. It's genuinely just such a nice flow, and it's like, it's hard to put down and it's hard to break it. It's really well done. And I love it.
This is like the first Pokemon game in so long where I'm like compelled to play the game outside of like content or like shiny hunting or like having to hack the game to make it more challenging as an adult. Like it's just like I'm like there's enough stuff here where I think I'm going to be able to enjoy this for years to come, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I would say I think this is like the greatest Pokemon spin-off of all time. I don't know if that's like a bold say. I really do think
No, I think that I think that's an easy statement. I think I think a hot take might be this is the greatest Pokemon game of all time, but honestly, I think you could make a case for it.
It's top 3. Maybe. It has to be top 3.
Yeah.
Maybe top 4.
And by the way, saying it's the best doesn't mean like I hate everything else. It just means like
right.
It's like
we can have 2 cakes.
Yeah.
It's just I like chocolate cake over vanilla cake.
And here's the thing. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the pod, right? You said you love Legends Arceus because or Legends ZA because like the battling was fun, right? I didn't really harp on that, but we did hear that. We did like a live call-in show, and our audience, I feel like there was a lot of people who called in, regular people who said, "Oh, I actually want to battle in this game. I never really cared about battling that much, and it's fun in this game. Every single battle, even if it's like youngster Joey or whatever, right? Like, you know, it'll be like super nerd Drew, like
dude,
whoever the NPC is.
How much I like the battling in ZA. Like I never played comp or VGC or whatever. I know it's different, but like it's like you know. But,
and my other co-hosts aren't here to like defend against what I'm saying, but like I don't think Pokemon really is about battling. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Poco 2. I don't know. I feel like it is about battling. It is about battling because but really above battling, it's about friendship.
It's about connection.
Literally, like it's so stupid, but it really is, right?
Even more apparent. I'm sorry, I'm going to dunk on
all
but it's even more apparent because, in my opinion, Scarlet Violet sucks dookie dog shit, but it has great Pokemon, and and it still does well because the Pokemon in it are compelling and they're well designed, and you connect with them regardless, even if it is at 15 frames a second.
If that was any other game, it's like the outrage against the quality of a lot of recent Pokemon games is because we love Pokemon. It's just like
exactly.
So there's still I mean, I guess we could kind of shift into that conversation a little bit. Is there anything in Pokopia? Because I guess what the position that I'm kind of like settling in on before I even beat this game is this is a Game Freak game. There's puzzles. There's world exploration. There's endless gameplay. I'm able to do whatever I want in this new version of Kanto, right? It also, this is something that I feel like people don't talk about, but I feel like what is so great about a Pokemon remake or, revisiting a region that we're familiar with is that there's an opportunity to see that world a little bit closer to like true scale, right? Because the old Pokemon games are like, there'll be 3 houses, that's a city, right? And in this game, it's Kanto, but it's like these biomes are massive. So it's kind of cool. We are seeing a version of Kanto that is a little bit closer to scale, or it's scaled up, let's say. My position is that there's so many amazing things in this game that I do think are integral to what a Pokemon game has always been since Generation 1. It doesn't have battling, but I think the mainline games could learn a lot of lessons from this. I'm not saying I don't want Gen 10 to be, or whatever. Like, I don't want future Pokemon games to be like block oriented and like all about, crafting. But I really think the world building, the exploration, discovering little things about the world that aren't always really lore drops, but instead just like little, I don't know, like just like flavor text, just random things to discover that aren't just like berries or potions or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot of, I don't know. I want Gen 10. I want future Pokemon games to lean more in on that exploration.
It doesn't need to be this massive, expansive world. It just needs to be a world that's interesting to discover.
Yeah.
Is what you're trying to get at. I think that's what you're trying to get at. It doesn't have to be the next Breath of the Wild. It doesn't have to have, a million places to go to. It can have its own sense of scale while still having interesting stones unturned and things to find that will give it personality and charm. I mean, like the old games are great examples of that where, I mean, sure, they were massive at the time, but like they're not big for the sake of being big. They're big because there's things there, and there's nothing there it's not big because just to be that way, and there's not really empty corners anywhere,
Yeah, 100%.
So
I do have one qualm with this game, and it's like I'm always gonna die on this hill. I don't like the game key card aspect of it, and I almost didn't buy it because of it. But then my partner just heard me talk about how much I wanted to play it, so he bought it for me.
That's
That was my
nice.
way around it.
That's
I just
good,
think that like I was reading online that like I don't know, the whole game is like not even that big. Like they could have easily just put it on the cartridge itself. That's like my biggest issue with it, I think. And like I don't know if that's like a controversial thing to talk about, but like I just genuinely like wish that that was not the case. But aside from that, I really do love the game itself. But yeah, I'm not loving the move to the game key card thing. So anyways, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like I have to say that.
No, that's
It's
fine.
just always in the back of my mind.
I guess, yeah. Maybe enlighten me a little bit, like on what I guess like what the take is on the game key card, because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of flip-flopped. Initially, I think like a year ago, the game key card stuff not being really available physically, like that was kind of like that did bother me a little bit, because I have all my old cartridges, and it's pretty cool to imagine that I can play those games in the future, right? I think something recently that I've been just kind of like the hill that I've been trying to die on is like there's so much value in these old Pokemon games. They're just like the greatest games of all time. Like, why are they not being ported? Specifically, Pokemon games are not being ported, or if they are, it takes 10 years to get one copy of a game, and so I do see the value of being able to hold on to something, right? Or I totally understand like wanting to be able to buy something that you can use for as long as you want into the future, and it's not going to just like evaporate or be inaccessible in 5 years. But I guess the thing with the game key card is like, I guess I see it as like it's just a more physical version of a digital download, right?
Right.
So I guess I'm not, and I don't know. I guess it's not bothering me as much as it once did.
The main issue,
if I'm
for me
understanding,
is, like,
if
you
I'm
don't
understanding that correctly.
Well, like, so technically you don't own the game. So like,
Yeah.
you're buying a license to play this game, which could just be taken away at any point. And like,
Yeah.
not that that's gonna happen, but I think like to me, like that's the biggest issue with it, where it's like, like Legends EA, for example, you could digitally download it, and I don't mind a digital download. I've digitally downloaded many games, and that's not the issue. The thing is, like, if I want to actually own the game and put it in my like physical game library, if I'm buying Pokopia, I'm literally not buying the game.
You're right.
I'm just,
So you're saying
I'm
there's no
literally just
option.
yeah, like you're buying a box.
Okay.
That's what you're buying. You're buying a box that has like a code that you can access the game. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I do think that like it's important for us to advocate, for me, like in my mind,
Yeah.
to like have ownership of our games and these things that we spend all this money on.
Yeah.
And I like having a physical like media library in general,
Yeah.
but that's just maybe more like a personal thing that I like I'm gonna hold on to dearly. But aside from that, the game's blown me away enough where I'm like, okay, whatever. Like
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess it really is something that I haven't considered. Is it's like the option to literally buy something that is gonna last is maybe what's up into question. You can buy it digitally or you can buy it digitally. It's like those are your two options.
Literally.
Oftentimes with the game key card, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think, not to like be on the side of Nintendo here, but I think in what it seems like from their perspective is it seems less about ownership and more about piracy, because like that's what they've always worried about since the dawn of like that's why they made the GameCube disc so weird, is they were worried about piracy and like hacking, especially recently. I felt like every new Switch game towards the end of the Switch's life cycle, I mean, you would see leaks, several weeks in advance.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you're a leaks liker and enjoyer, great.
Leaks liker, yeah.
But, I don't know. It's fine. It's just like, like you were talking about before.
It's kind of nice that it just is. That's not happening. It kind of, honestly,
exactly.
You know what it is for me? And again, my other co-hosts aren't here, so they can't push back on any of this. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it just kind of like, without the leaks, it just brings us back to, it's like a little bit more innocent. It like brings us back to the days of our youth, when like this actually feels like a world. I feel like these Pokemon games can actually feel like a world. And I think with when, I don't know, it's like once you start crunching numbers and like looking at the data, and now it's like, okay, well, everything's just an algorithm, And don't get me wrong, I love the type of leaks that I like is when someone might know something and they vaguely describe maybe what we might see and then make up a bunch of other stuff. And then it's like, and then you have like a starting point to theorize. That's always fun, right?
Right.
When like half of it's not even true. And what you do know isn't really telling you much about the game. That's kind of what, like, that's what I like, you know?
Right.
But I don't actually want to see the game ahead of time. I mean, that sucks, in my opinion, you know? And then there's a lot of clout chasing.
There's definitely nuance here for sure. Yeah, I just think like that was my like initial like I'm just like, come on, just put it on a cartridge. Like it's like I don't know. I want this in my library. I don't want just like a display box, you know. But anyways,
no, I get.
But I agree that. But I also agree with you that I don't like the precedent that they set of not owning things, because I mean, again, that falls under the whole you own nothing and you'll like it type stuff. Like even as well intended as Nintendo may be, you know, assuming the most well intentions from Nintendo, it's still setting a precedent of like that is leading towards a world where we don't own nothing. So it's like, maybe we should, you know, we should be a little more cautious of that. But anyways. So I see both sides, and there's a lot of nuance to it. So
that was just like my side. That's pretty much my only issue with the game. I swear, like I think that pretty much, which is says a lot, because you know some of these games recently have had all these little things, and this game really I feel like nailed it across the board. So
it does
99
seem
out of 100 for me, honestly. It's minus one because of the game key card at this point.
Right.
It is nice to see that the chat does seem to agree that, you know, it's nice to be surprised. You know, it is always fun in our space to like, it's like, what's the next thing going to be? But I'd rather learn about the thing in the game rather than on a leak. I don't know, you know, because then I don't know. Yeah. And I guess that's also like kind of a thing this week that I've been feeling, which is like just overwhelm. I think when things get leaked ahead of time, I feel overwhelmed. I'm like conflicted. I'm like, okay, well, I should be covering this for content, but I don't really want to see any of it. And it's been fun playing Pokopia offline because it's like I'm just keeping that, you know, totally. I'm just keeping that totally, you know, pure, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Let's do this. I'd love to hear. I don't think I even properly like introduced you guys. Can you guys tell the audience like who you guys are, who you are, what you do? You know, FVLAM is actually going to be next week live with me and a couple other friends live at PAX East. We're going to be doing a live podcast of Hidden Power, and that will, I mean, I think that that will eventually be published on platforms. But you can come see us live in Boston.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to see some people, some listeners. That'd be super fun.
Yeah. I'll go first. Yeah, like I said, I'm FVLAM. I do Nintendo variety and Nintendo, Delta, and Undertale. That's like kind of my shtick right now. I'm enjoying all of those things. I love talking about like the latest and greatest in Nintendo, but I also like to do a little bit of variety with that. Like I made a short about Mario 64 explaining backwards long jumps like it's JJK, right? Like that's always a fun one. But then I also take, you know, games from a political perspective, so I do a little politics on the side there. But that's mostly my thing. So if you like Delta and you like Undertale, or you like Nintendo, I'm your guy.
Yeah,
I got my little spam to prove it. That's
nice. When you say Nintendo, like what is what's like what are your favorite Nintendo games to either cover or play?
I mean, I really like it all. I like whatever's the latest and greatest. I guess right now, obviously Pokopia was the biggest thing, and but prior to that, I'm really interested in like the sports games. I really like Mario Tennis,
fun,
Fever. It's a refreshing. The price sucks, don't get me wrong, but it is in terms of the game's quality and how good it is. It's very refreshing to see that that they are caring. It seems like they care about the sports games again. They're not just like making these mediocre like that they were in the Switch era and Wii U era. I'm
waiting for Mario Sluggers to make the return.
A lot of people are. I got a video that's like that's what my next big video is going to be about is it's the rise and fall of the Mario sports
fun
series.
So should be pulling up that'll be YouTube channel while I talk about
that'll
this.
Be a good time. But yeah, no, it's a lot of analysis of stuff. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I said I'm excited to go watch a lot of your content now.
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's
Of
very
course.
kind of you.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
we met at
definitely.
PAX East last year.
We did. Yes, we did. Yeah, it was a good time.
I think you were doing some like live man on the street style
Yeah.
content. I think that's always fun.
I didn't quite use it because I was going through. I had this like realization that I should do less streaming and do more YouTube since last PAX East. And I mean, you
Yeah.
can see it on my channel. Basically, since March of last year, I switched up majorly from this like streamer challenge content to
Oh yeah, I do see that.
like video essay and analysis, and it's been a lot more successful for me. And I
Nice.
also personally enjoy it a ton and just like talking about it. So
Nice, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
What about you,
Nice
Drew?
to virtually meet you too. Sorry,
Yeah.
FVLAM. So I go by Gameboidrew online. So the boy has an I. I am a Pokemon collector, like true and true. I've been collecting since 2018 again as an adult. I like had a Yu-Gi-Oh moment and then got back into
Ooh.
Pokemon in 2018.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm a huge gamer, so that's kind of where the username comes from. I'm a big shiny hunter too. But
Nice.
I'm actually I went to the dark side. I'm a vendor now. I've been selling full time for like almost 2 years now. I have a company called Lone Wolves. We have like a cute little cult following on Whatnot. We have a little cute Whatnot stream. But yeah, I basically do almost everything. Like I just love Pokemon in general. So like anything Pokemon, but I'm big on the cards, like very much into the TCG. I also play the TCG, etc. And now like most of my content, at least the content that performs, is just vendor POVs. But
Yeah.
I'm yeah, that's basically me.
You're crushing it though, man. You're crushing it.
Doing my best, doing my best.
And I heard you're starting a podcast soon, right? Is that public? Can I say that?
Yeah. So yeah. It's gonna be called Soft Reset. It's with my homie Pax. He goes by Pax Collects online. It's gonna be like there's a big it's called Card Lounge. There's like a pretty popular card podcast already. So we're gonna be talking about cards a lot, but also just like hobby in general, like culture around it. It's kind of like a one-stop shop, I guess, for everything like a geeky.
Yeah.
But we're still building it out.
Gotta build it out.
But I'm excited for it. Yeah, I like to yap. Just like Dusty and I talk about this. Like we love to yap.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to yap more.
You have to keep reminding each other to like shut up so the other person can.
Yeah,
talk.
literally.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you just spoke for 5 minutes. It's my turn now. Okay, I'm gonna mute
No,
you.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the core of it, I guess I just like I really love this stuff, and so like I just want to do
Yeah.
it forever. And like I've kind of made it like my full-time gig now, for
Yeah.
better or worse. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Hell yeah.
thank you for having me on here.
Yeah,
too.
dude, 100%, 100%. I'm glad you're here because we had been talking. I had met both of you.
It's nice
A
not
long
to
time
talk
ago.
about cards so much too. Like I
Yeah.
love the cards, but there's always like right now there's just like so much fixation on like how cards are setting these like all-time record sales and comps, and it's like kind of taking away like I obviously like that's important to think about for me too as a vendor, but also like it's getting exhausting hearing about it so much. So it's nice to like just talk about the games and like
I don't even know what that is.
know.
Comps? What do you mean?
like sorry like the prices of the cards that like so there's cards that are selling for like absurd numbers
Sure.
that would just boggle your mind, that it's never happened before, especially vintage cards. And like it's kind of nice to just not talk about that and like
Yeah.
talk about like the actual IP itself and not
Yeah.
like the money around
Well,
it
I
per
just
se,
did.
but-
I mean, I just did a sponsored booster box opening yesterday on the podcast, and
Fun.
it was super fun to like open up a bunch of cards. And like I have no
What was it,
knowledge.
perfect order, right?
Yeah, it was perfect order, and I have no professional knowledge on the space. I was coming at it as a pure fan, and it was a lot of fun. The whole time I thought I was.
He's like, what do I let my nephew play with? Like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
like, what should I not? No, it's really funny, but
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed opening it.
It was super fun. It's just like professionally, I was like, "Am I doing this right?" Because like the content brain is like saying,
Yeah.
like get this right. Like you gotta, yeah.
I mean, the whole point is to enjoy it. Like that's some of my favorite content actually, is people like exploring the TCG for the first time. Like I think Pokemon's for everyone, so I love like watching people, like even if they're big Pokemon fans or not at all, and like they're opening packs for the first time. Like, this is actually really pretty. Oh, this is cool. I could play with these. Like it's cool. I love to see it. So
Yeah.
it's cool that you got into it a bit.
It's nice, dude. It is fun to like have everything that we talk about is like on this computer. It's on my phone. and it's nice to actually have like physical cards that I can like tangibly hold that are, you know, representing the new Pokemon or whatever, you know. So I think the cards are, yeah, I think that's what I appreciate out of the cards. It's fun to get that. Yeah. So you know, you guys saw the new trailer of Winds and Waves. I'm really happy. I'm pleased to see. It's like nice, you know, to see broadly just everyone in the space appreciate these, like to appreciate anything in Pokemon right now. The fact that people are hyped for Fire Red and Leaf Green, people are, well, I guess they weren't, but people are hyped for the Winds and Waves trailer. People are anticipating a fun Pokemon game with this. People are having a blast with Pokopia. Like, I feel like we're in a really good space, and I'm excited to go into this next generation. Kind of, you know, no pun intended, with the winds in our sail. You know, I feel like it feels good, man. It feels good that everyone's not just dunking on, like, if everyone's primed right now and everyone's like in a good headspace, I feel like people will be open to enjoying Winds and Waves. Even if it's not like I'm not looking for a 10 out of 10 experience, but I gotta be honest, I feel like people were still mad and bitter because of Scarlet and Violet and BDSP and yada yada, and like just Nintendo, the state of Nintendo. And I feel like people took all of that and went into Legends EA hating it, and then it blew up and it became like a political position of whether or not you hate or you love Legends EA. It's so stupid. I think those games are so much fun, and I guess I'm just sick of like the pop discourse. Does that make sense? It's like you just see so many like fake conversations.
You a little bit, Dusty. Like, I do think it's fair. Like, I think like Scarlet and Violet are actually good games on the Switch too. Like, you know, and I think there was a lot of valid complaints, and I think it's important to like talk about them. But I do think it's important to approach each game with like a new sort of fresh perspective, or at least give it a chance. Which is how I approached the EA. I was like, this might be like a really bad, but I'm gonna still try, and I ended up really loving it. So like, I think like nuance, like we just need nuance, like as a community, it would be nice, you know, like
no, for sure.
Let's just see, you know, rather than assume from the get-go it's going to be terrible or something, you know. Slight pushback, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think, FVLAM, as a Nintendo gamer?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Winds and Waves, the trailer that we got?
Yeah, I think similar. I agree that it seems like public perception is very refreshing on this one. That it was like, oh my god, actually good looking Pokemon game is what the majority of the takes I was seeing.
Yeah.
I am optimistically hopeful. It seems like, unfortunately, it's kind of the same engine and art style as Scarlet Violet, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
You think so?
Again, I think that they're optimizing it and making it look better, but I think that at its core, it's still that kind of partially realistic, partially anime. I don't know. I am somebody who likes I really like the art style of like Let's Go, and I like the art style of just like, I'm not trying to say, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like the graphics are significantly improved, but I think at its core it's still the same art style. Like
I know what you're saying.
Side by side is wild.
This is what I keep thinking about, the side by side and I do hear what you're saying with the art style. I'm not expecting them to go. I mean, I guess I don't know what the alternative is. I'm not expecting them to do something kind of drastic. It's like, you know, this is just they're going to go with whatever is going to have the most broad appeal. But I guess to me it kind of flags it. I don't know. I'm not picking on you, but I've seen this where people say like, oh, it's similar, and I'm like, I don't think it is at all. Looking at this, this is the side by side of my mind, and I'm like, these games are night and day.
Right. Well, and that's why I said I'm cautiously optimistic, because in my brain I think they look kind of similar-ish, but I think it looks like it does look like an evolution and a better iteration of what that was. So that's why, like, I want to give it a chance. It does look great. I don't think it looks bad per se. I just think it's just more of like I hope it still runs okay, and it's not gonna be like this thing. It's gonna blow up everything.
I think what makes me optimistic is like there was Legends Arceus, and then quickly we went to Gen 9, and I think now there's like a lot of time for them to cook. So there's almost no excuse for this game to like have those issues that Scarlet and Violet had at launch. So like I hope that, but I think that's what's also making me optimistic, is that they've had, or at least they've given themselves more time to really make these games, I think, good.
I'm with you on that one. I'm even glad. I know some people were disappointed that the games aren't going to come out this year, but I'm like, I think it's fantastic they're waiting for these games.
Right? Take your time, please. Like we want a really good game, please. Like
So,
we have Pokopia now to fill the gap, I guess.
Exactly. We have plenty of time.
That's true.
Yeah, we got plenty of things to chew on before we get there.
No, totally.
That is funny. It's like people are just mad. I feel it's like I wonder if people love Pokemon. They want to love Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And it's like if they don't have a game that they can actually just like sink their teeth into or an outlet, that is like really where like a lot of the frustration comes from. That's kind of funny.
It's because it's passion, which I think is like the positive like take is like that's where it comes from is like we're really passionate about this IP, which I think is so cool. So, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry about the dog. There's a dog in my yard, and my dogs are like, get out of here. There's an intruder.
Right,
so sorry, chat.
I think on the Winds and Waves point, though, I think the concept of Raw, I think the fact that it's like in the Polynesian region, I think that's really wonderful. I think it looks great. I think the few settings that we saw was really cool. It looks like the dive mechanics coming back in some degree. I'm sure these are all points that this channel has hit before. The starters look great. I'm a big fan. I think this is the first time I'm like, I like all of them. I think they all are cool in their own way. I just hope they stick the landing with the third stages of the final.
No, right? Okay, so when I don't know,
like, Violet as well. But yeah,
for the starters, like when I my first reaction was like, these are so ugly. Like, wait, hold on, so I was like, these are terrible, and then within the course of the day, I fell in love with all of them.
Right.
So like, you know, like which I feel like is like normal, but you know, I was just like, wait, what are these? Yeah, but I am excited now for sure.
Right.
Wait, so it's it's based in Indonesia roughly? Is that what we're or Southeast Asia? Is that
I think that's the assumption.
Okay.
Southeast Asia, yeah. I can pull up the map.
So cool, I'm excited.
And I think I think it's like it's obviously a new space. There's like a leaked map of the region. Let's go Gen 10.
You know what I like about this region? Sorry, I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, go. That's what I want.
Pokopia,
you were too quiet
like,
before.
No, so like there's always this like I feel like Pokemon's always had this theme of like man versus nature, and like Indonesia is like this region now that's like becoming more rapidly industrialized, and I think like it's going to be another place to explore that theme even further. So I think like that's what I'm excited about in terms of like the story and the lore. If I'm like thinking like what is actually going to be like the story here, and I think we're going to see maybe some of that is what I'm imagining, and I'm really excited to see because Pokopia is like taking that to the whole like nature 1, right? And then like we're kind of like now segueing into Gen 10 and seeing that like what's that tension there, because Indonesia is like a country that is becoming way more industrialized, but like historically has not been. So to see that contrast will be really cool. Sorry, that's just something I've been thinking.
No, that's cool, dude. I don't
really
know about
excited about. Yeah,
that's fun. I guess I am curious like what the plot is going to be, and also I'm mostly interested in like how we're actually going to be playing in the world. Again, like I'm looking at how successful Pokopia feel like it's so much fun to play because there's like stuff to do. And I think a big issue with modern Pokemon games is that they've been 3D, they've been open world, they've been, pretty big in scope, but then there's like nothing to do other than just capture Pokemon and randomly encounter. It's just like the same old cookie cutter formula that was created out of like a necessity on the Game Boy Color, And now it's like, okay, what's the next step to actually make this enjoyable? So I'm curious to see what they do with the world. And they have emphasized in the trailer like the size of the waves, right? They've emphasized like, to me, it's very clear that we're also going to be able to fly in the air. I think they also showcased like Pokemon, like there's dynamic lighting, but then there's also Pokemon that will like light up the space. There's diving, which I didn't even mention.
So excited. I really hope it's as good as I feel like it's going to be. But,
like I'm pumped to see them like showcase like ride Pokemon, for example, right? Like, I don't know. I'm like, what are we doing in this game? To be honest, I look at these screenshots now and I'm like, this doesn't even actually excite me as much as, like, I haven't looked at this since Pokopia has come out, and I'm like, this does not even look as exciting as Pokopia. Like, because to me, Pokopia has confirmed that, like, oh, I can go up on that ledge and there'll be something for me to discover and I can do whatever I
Right.
want. And I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, you know what? I don't think that's anything but a boundary.
Right.
If I'm just being honest about like what I'm thinking about, like there's no secrets to discover over that ledge.
Yeah. Like I hope there's more stuff in this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a realization. I'm like, I might just crash out and only make Pokopia content. Yeah. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Just like how we're gonna be able to traverse the world.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder.
What are your starter choices? Sorry to interrupt. I guess we can come back to that. I'm just curious what everyone's like starter choices right now.
What about you guys?
I think I'm on Team Brout. I really like Brout.
Me too.
People want me to be Pombon because they think he looks like Greater Dog from Undertale. It's like a little like an armor knight dog thing, but yeah, we'll see. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna look up like what their final forms are too before I even pick one. That's something I don't mind leaking on myself.
Sure.
But yeah, that's because I chose Quaxley in the last game. I don't know. I didn't really like any of the starter final evos in Scarlet Violet like at all. So like I guess Meowscarada was like the most appealing one to me, but overall I still was kind of like, it's all right. But these look like they have, they got some meat on the bones. But yeah,
they do.
Where are you leaning right now?
I think I wanted to like. I'm very excited at the idea of Pom because, like, I have dogs. I like dogs. There's not a lot of dog. Right. There are dog Pokemon, but like either they're underwhelming or you don't get them until later. And we've never had a dog starter, so I'm pumped about Pompon. However, this isn't really my genre of dog. Like lapdog is not really my genre of dog. So depending on what this thing evolves into is probably going to be make up my decision. Like if this becomes Arcanine, like starter Arcanine, that's that would be amazing. Right? Cool. Yeah. Like Arcanine with a fairy type. Yeah. But I really am feeling Brout. I think I do. I like Blaziken. I like Empoleon. I like these tough stoic birds. So I've been corrupted by the propaganda, the Brout agenda. I've been corrupted.
The Brout agenda is wild.
It's insane, dude. Him with the puffer, dude. He's got his like hands in his pockets.
Yeah, the Brout post has been great.
Yeah, he's got like a UK accent for no reason. It's insane. So did you guys, Drew? Where are you leaning?
So at first I was, I think, Gueka, am I saying that right? Gekwa. Yeah. I like that it's kind of sassy. But I'm more leaning towards the dog now because it looks like it's like never had a single thought ever, and I love that. Like it's just like I don't know, like funny. I just kind of like I kind of love him right now, but I guess I also want to see the final forms, but and then I think the Brout probably Durag Dragon, I think that's his username. He's awesome. He's also based in the UK. I don't know if he was the one who
on Instagram.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Is he the one who did it?
I think he was the one who first put like that sort of puffer. The puffer jacket. So like I guess shout out to him. He's been one of my favorite like content creators recently. But yeah, anyways, he's so fun.
Oh, dude, dude.
I wouldn't pick Brout in general because I'm not a big fan of these like bird. Kind of like, sorry, Liam, like not my biggest favorite types, but it's either going to be, I think, the water or the fire, but we'll see, I guess, with the final.
I didn't even know how big this guy's account was. I found him recently, and I was like, oh, this is sick. This guy's hilarious. Yeah. This is my little secret.
He's funny.
He's so funny. Every upload is hilarious. Yeah. Was it him? I probably am thinking about him with the UK accent.
I think it was him to give him. Funny. I mean, if he for sure made it way more popular than it was, because at first people were hating on it, and now, like... it's become a little dude. This guy's amazing. Yeah.
Fake Brout fans. It's Durag Dragon. Hell yeah, dude. I was cracking up. Yeah. Oh yeah, it might be him, dude. I
can't see chat, but I'm curious what like other people are leaning towards.
Let's see.
Let's get a poll going.
Chat. What are we thinking, chat? Who are we picking? It's been a little bit of. I keep asking these questions, but like. It always changes with time, It's been a little while.
Yeah. You don't have to lock it in forever, I guess. But like,
yeah, exactly. What you say now doesn't mean you have to.
It's okay to change your mind, guys.
Let's go. Brout. And we got Palm Bon. And then we gotta do. I'm excited to see what people are gonna say. Gekwa.
Watch Brow win, I swear.
It probably will, dude.
Oh man.
What'd you guys have for dinner last night?
I like these. I make these pizza roll up things. I get a tortilla.
Yeah.
And I put a little I just put like pepperoni pizza, like marinara pizza, pepperonis and cheese, and then I just bake it in the air fryer for like a minute. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm like not feeling food and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I always just, that's like my default.
I like that.
Yeah. And what about yourself?
I made a soup, and it was a lasagna soup, but then I had a portion. It was delicious. Then my wife got home, and I made her some, and she's like looking around. She's like, where's the lasagna? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yeah, what's the lasagna soup?
I just forgot to put, it's like, it's just like, it's like a tomato soup, but it tastes like lasagna. And then I put ricotta, in it. And then I also put, literally just like lasagna, like crushed up lasagna pasta or whatever. But I was so tired that I forgot to put the lasagna in it. Like I didn't put the pasta in the meal, so it was just like a, there was some like some hot sausage, like Italian sausage, but like spicy Italian sausage in it. That was good. But yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
So me and my partner recently moved in together and got we discovered an air fryer basically.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
I know that it's been around, but it's always intimidated me because I'm just like,
yeah,
what is this?
It's
thing?
a device.
And I thought they were ugly too, and then we found one that has like a glass opening, and I'm like, oh, this is okay. We'll get this one. And like basically anything that goes in an air fryer is my dinner or any meal these days. I'm like obsessed with it. I don't know if it's like a healthy obsession, but like I air fry whatever I can air fry.
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
I got one like last year, and that's when I made my discovery. I was also late on the train, but it's a game changer. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
It looks like Pom Bon's winning right now. We got 27 votes. Not a lot. Pom Bon is winning. If you're in the chat right now, there's 100 of you right now.
Pom Bon.
Come on. Let's get a vote going.
Let's get Browd up there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you this actually in general, Dusty. I'm curious, like, what do you think the legendaries are gonna look like? Because I thought they were gonna reveal them at the end. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to I'm like, is it gonna be like a Kraken, and then like I don't know if there's any leaks. I don't want to ruin. I don't know.
No,
in my head,
there's no
I'm
real
trying
leaks.
To picture it.
There are some. The leak is a couple descriptions of what the legendary's like temperament will be, but like that could be anything, right? It's described that there's gonna be. I forget which one it is, but basically there's gonna be like a paternal. Like a paternal guardian and a maternal guardian, essentially.
Oh, interesting.
But that could mean anything, like, I don't know, like Electabuzz and Jinx. Is that what that is? Like, I don't know, like it could be anything.
Right.
People are saying it could be based on like this like dragon spirit called like the Naga, which is like a serpent, like a sky serpent. And that totally makes sense because you could get one that's a snake in the water, or you could get one that's like a Rayquaza in the sky.
Yeah, we're getting Rayquaza 2.0.
Yeah. They're doing that just for the TCG. Yeah.
Right. I don't think this would happen, but I mean, these seem like the games to do like a Lugia form and a regional variant of Lugia.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Well, and I'm not trying to say that like I just think you would win back like the nostalgia fans, and then you would also, but with new forms, they would still be something original.
I like that.
Yeah, it could be cool. I don't think that that's a long shot for me, but
but that would be so cool. I totally see that. Like it's like playing to like all of it, like touching on the nostalgia, but also like making it new. I love that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Right. I don't know why I want like a Kraken monster in the ocean so bad, but that's just what I've been picturing in my head.
Right. Now, do you think that these legendaries are going to be more like how they were traditionally, where it's like you get them at the end of the game and they're these mythical, all-powerful whatevers, or do you think it'll be more like Scarlet and Violet again, where they're integral to traversing the world? Because we didn't really see like traversing the water. We didn't really see like our main character. So it's like, are they going to be integral? Is like one of the legendaries? Are they part of that, or is it more? They just didn't show us traversal because you can use any.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's going to be like Sun and Moon. I think we're basically going to have a companion, and it will be alongside us the whole game, kind of like Scarlet and Violet with our ride Pokemon. Except they won't be our ride Pokemon. They're just going to be our companion. And then at the end of the game, like in Sun and Moon, it's going to reveal itself to be the legendary. And I think that companion is going to be Windy Chew and Wavy Chew. Because if you take a look at these Pokemon right now, I know that sounds hilarious, but like the Miss Wavy Chew has pink cheeks, and it's mostly the blue eyes. It's got eyes that are not Pikachu's eyes. So this isn't just a Pikachu, right? And they say like the eyes are like the window into the soul, right? And then even Mr. Wavy Chew or Windy Chew, he pulls his glasses down, and again, he's got like very unique eyes that are different from Mrs. Wavy Chew.
I mean, that makes sense because you said that whole paternal and then maternal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
So then that makes sense. Interesting.
That's what I think. I know it sounds stupid, and I don't even know if it's like
it doesn't sound stupid
not,
at all. Because I wonder if they're like a cover for or they're the guardians of the the legendary somehow.
Like this is just their like human form, this is their like their terrestrial form. Like basically, the Pokemon will transform it'll reveal itself as like the god,
Are they shiny or they're just tan? Like
I think they're just a different color. Like they
look shiny.
They're shiny. Yeah, that is true. I just think they're just trying to indicate that it's not a cosplay Pikachu. It is a completely different Pokemon. Even Windy Chew's red cheeks are darker than normal Pikachu. So like they just I don't know.
I wonder if they would become like if Windy Chew's like flying electric, and then you get
Windy that's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I was imagining like it's just gonna reveal itself to not be Pikachu, really. But you're right. In this form. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Mr. Windy Chew could be electric flying, and then you got Mrs. Wavy Chew as electric water, and the two Pikachu that we've seen, going back to yellow version, it's like you have Pikachu with the balloons, and you got Pikachu that can surf. So that's kind of a callback to the original Pokemon games as well. That's cool. These are definitely gonna get some cards. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you that much. Yeah.
I can see it already.
Is there anything? I guess what I'm curious about is like FVLAM. You play all of these other games. Is there something that you've just been like dying to see in a Pokemon game? Like that you're like, why has this not been incorporated yet? I got some ideas.
I mean, the catching from Arceus was like probably the biggest thing. I just love that gameplay loop.
Yeah. But even from like any other game,
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh man. I'm on the spot here.
Sorry. Any Drew, you can answer. You can jump in and answer too.
Well, I mean, like just along the like that's what Arceus to me like brought back this magic that Pokemon was missing for so long. The catching mechanics, the shiny sound, the fact that I could just like fly around for hours and just get lost in that world. Like I want to feel alive again in a game, which sounds almost weird. You're playing a game, but it's nice. Like because these games are supposed to be an escape, and I want to be able to like escape in this world too. So I hope that they borrow from some of that. Like I know it's not going to be the same battle mechanic, which makes me sad. I really did enjoy it, but even something turn-based. I just played a Clair Obscure. Sorry, this is maybe like off the beaten path here, but like Clair Obscure, Expedition 33, probably one of the greatest games I've ever played, and it's a Japanese like turn-based RPG, and
this game is
it's like better, Oh, you have to play this, dude. Oh my god, have you not played it?
I have not played it. I think it's going to be coming to the Switch too, so I'm kind of holding out.
Yeah, that's when I was gonna play it. I've watched my friend play it though. So
It literally will change your life. I like this is such a good game. Anyways, there's a turn-based battle mechanic here too, but they do it in a way
Yeah.
that's so engaging. I just want to see them like evolve, like right, like not to be corny, but like actually sort of like evolve the mechanics that we already have. Like that would make me so happy.
I think what this game does, from what I can see, is it basically adds input in like action elements into the turn-based system, so you're rewarded. It basically it encourages players to stay engaged through the whole process. You're not watching cutscenes, and then also there's a loop there where you're rewarded for, like, you can bypass that action, those action inputs, but you're rewarded if you do participate. And I do think some sort of blend like that would be perfect for the Pokemon series for Generation 10.
And then my other last take is just like voice acting. I know we're not going to get it, but it really, like, that's what Clair Obscur like did so well too. Like, it's just I think would elevate this franchise so much to get some voice acting in these games. Like, ugh, please, but I don't think we're gonna get it. But you know, I can pray, I guess.
I don't think it's impossible. I think we definitely could get that.
Right, and I see the argument both ways for voice acting and no voice acting. But like, I don't know, watching if you're gonna have these like cinematic cutscenes and you're gonna have people's mouths moving and it's like nothing going on, I don't know. Like if it's like just dialogue in game, you're talking back and forth each other, then yeah, that's fine. I understand not doing cuts, like voice acting then.
Yeah.
But like that scene in Arceus at the very beginning of the game where the Floette blast whatever, I think that's like a great example of like, okay, this probably could have used, like, I think to sell this and send it home, this could have used some voice acting. I don't know what else it would have been. Voice acting is a great point. I also think that, maybe this is a hot take, I think the towns in the past few games have been very not memorable. I think the locations in general. The only things I can think of are, like, in Scarlet and Violet, there was like 2 locations I really remember and care about. Is obviously Area Zero, and then Mezagoza to an extent, but
no, I'm with you. There's nothing to do in it. Yeah,
because it had a low frame rate. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, what the But no, I feel like, 1, there's not a lot to do in these towns, and then 2, they're just forgettable. Like, I feel like the last game that had, like, I mean, this goes back even before X and Y, in my opinion. Like, I feel like Lumio City is like very memorable, but everything around it, I was like really struggling to like, okay, what was that town? What was that place again?
I guess I'll push back on that a little bit. Like, I think Lumio City, I have not played through it that many times, so I do not have the map like cemented in my brain. You know, I could like, if Lumi was on the show right now, like, he would be able to name you every single town. I will say, those 3DS games, like, I do think every town does feel very specific and handcrafted and has its own identity, and there's a reason to go back to it as well, which I think helps with making a town memorable. But I think I think one of the reasons that Scarlet and Violet suffers, I believe, is that, like, it's an open world game, but I don't know how to fix this. Like, I don't know what the fix is. I don't know what other games do, but like, as soon as you like walk outside of the town looks like it looks like just like a PNG. The town just looks like this little toy house, like a toy town.
Right.
When you're in the town, it's okay, more to scale, but there's like a 30-second walk outside the city. You look back at the town, and it's like, it just looks lifeless. You know, it doesn't look like it fits.
Like my biggest, like, that's why I always get like almost sad. Like, that's why I was sad about Scarlet, like, because they really, you know, they do their research. Like, a lot of these towns are based on like real places, and, like, Pokemon too. Like, they always go really deep into that, and I like feel like that depth isn't always like conveyed well when like the final product gets to us. And that's what I want to see. Like I think, like, on the surface, like, you know, they should be these memorable places because they look memorable, but then they aren't when you play the game. And I want that to be the case, hopefully.
I think what's funny is, like, as much hate as like Sword and Shield, let's do gameplay. Like, I feel like Sword and Shield, as much hate as it got, I actually think the scale is something that it got correct, and part of the reason why I was able to achieve that is because it has like a fixed camera. So like, to make it basically shows you whatever it wants to show you, which is kind of nice. Obviously, that doesn't always work with like an open world game because, like, then because you'll just be able to just like break the illusion. But like there is man, I look at these cutscenes of like the Gigantamax Pokemon, and it is kind of sick because the camera's always like down low, so you can really, and then the Pokemon is looking down at you. But there's like cities. I guess I was trying to pull up a like a shot,
like the fairy city and stuff, and
but like even like the castle cities like are so big, and the drawbridges. No, but beyond personality, they're just big. Like the scale is huge, and your character is so small that it makes the world feel that much bigger. Like that's something that I'm always noticed. And again, the camera being fixated, I love it. I just love it. I did love it.
I do think the towns in Sword and Shield were way more memorable than they were in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
For me, at least, yeah.
I'm trying to get just like a good image so that I can
What's
showcase.
that font they've been using in like every game? I don't know if I love it. Even in ZA. Sorry, it is sidebar. Like the lettering they've been using. Like I don't know if I'm a fan of it. Like I don't know what it is. But
oh, you mean like the language?
It looks almost like a Greekish text. Yeah, like I don't know.
Like the ancient like whatever Pokemon language is.
It's like
it's such a nitpicky thing, but yeah.
You don't. So you're saying you don't like that?
I don't like them. Like that's like the thing in CI. Like I just feel like it feels off. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like it.
Like this?
Yeah, I don't. It's like
I don't even know
but the way that it's been like, I mean that looks cooler than it does in the game. I don't know what it is. Sorry, that's like a random thing that came to my mind.
No, this is the stuff that this podcast likes. This is Galar Basic, and then they just have their own like language system, or I guess like their own alphabet.
They just like don't link well. I don't know.
I like this. To me, this because it's like if Pokemon's like they could write everything in Japanese, but this is cool. This kind of like sells the fantasy. Like this is a fantasy world for me. You know, like when I'm watching Star Wars, I'm like everything better be written in what is it like Arabish or whatever. Yeah. Like it's like if you're in Middle Earth, it's got to be Elvish, right? I don't want to be seeing, I don't know, like Dutch words. It's got to be crazy. I want it to be made up and fantastical. Yeah, I don't know. I'll push back on that. I like.
No, I like that there is like its own, but I just don't know if I like that. I feel like they don't flow well.
Oh, the actual letters look weird.
It takes me out of the game a little bit rather than puts me into that world. But I do like that there's a unique language. But for some reason, for me, it almost takes me out because they don't feel cohesive. Anyways, that's just.
Apparently, it's like also in the. There's like another like.
See, but that looks like it flows better. Does that make sense? Like the way that it's like iterated or like the font, it just looks like more that I like versus like the way I've seen it in some of the games. Yeah.
Yeah.
silly little nitpick, but.
How much time do you guys have? Are we talking 4 minutes?
Yeah, I'm out to be out in 5.
Sounds good. Pombon is winning. Pombon's at 39%.
No.
Brout's at 33, and then Gekwa's dead last at 28.
Poor Gekwa.
Sorry.
I know. And I think we primed the audience. But listen, I appreciate you guys being here. It's really good to talk.
Yeah.
FVLAM, I'm going to see you next week. Yeah, of course. I'm going to see you next week at PAX East in Boston.
That'll be exciting. Yeah.
We got a Sunday panel. So anyone listening right now, if you're in the area, come meet us. The whole squad's going to be there. We got people... our video editor is going to be there on the panel. Our Kedzie, who he does so much behind the scenes for Hidden Power, he's going to be there. I'm excited to meet some other creators. I'm not sure what other Pokemon creators are going to be there, but I'm pumped to meet some people, which will be fun. And then Drew, it's great to have you on as well, Drew.
Yeah, thank you so much, and have fun there. Be safe.
For sure.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have a good time.
Oh, you know what? I should also say this. At PAX East, there is a Pokemon Champions demo.
There is.
Which is next week.
Talk about it.
Yeah, literally. I cannot wait to play it and maybe glean a little bit more about the game. I'll probably be streaming from my hotel room. And I'll be back on the podcast streaming, reporting about Pokemon Champions.
Live. Yeah. Little sad it's not Yoshi's fuck ass book, but hey, who am I? No.
Before we go, my last question to everyone, and maybe this is chat too. How do we feel about the Pokemon hobby in general? What is your if you could the word, like how are you feeling like moving forward, I guess.
I
Just
feel good
about
right
the
now,
whole
man.
hobby at large,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's a lot of toxicity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of angry people, I think.
I think in Pokemon specifically, I think there was a lot of angry people, especially during the like just Switch era in general.
Yeah.
I think the I think now it seems that has shifted to Nintendo at large.
Yeah.
Because of the whole pricing and all these other things. I don't know. That was a whole PR nightmare, and I think there's still ramifications of that. I think you saw it in ZA, but I think ZA still beat the allegations at the end of the day. But in terms of all of it overall, I think in Pokemon, I'm very optimistic at the way the series is heading at the moment. Between Pokopia and the way Wind and Waves looks like we're going in the right direction. They might have learned their lessons.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Liam?
I think the one. Yeah, it's not even that like there's toxicity and everyone should be positive. It's mostly I think that like when I say that, I think what I'm actually trying to get at is that like I just wish people would just like give me a take that they came up with or like that they personally experienced. And I understand like. I mean, I am also influenced when someone says something that I haven't thought of. I go, oh, that I guess I did feel that, you know. But I feel like there's a lot of engaging with video games, specifically Pokemon games, through YouTube videos, rather than like actually playing the games and coming up with your own ideas. If that makes sense, right?
Definitely for ZA, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
And
we
I'm
talked
like,
about this too.
Yeah, it's just like and that's why like the window discourse was so annoying because I'm just like, when you're playing the game, not once did I think about the windows, you know, or the taxis.
Right,
in a screenshot, it is embarrassing, but when you're playing the game, it does not matter. So why does it matter? And then again, one of the first things I said on this pod was like, if you don't like Heart Gold and Soul Silver for a bunch of reasons that are only applicable to a Nuzlocke that you're not even doing. Is that really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, when I'm playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, like notoriously Flareon is like, people clown on Flareon for being a physical Pokemon, but only having special, or what is it? Yeah, but only having special moves. But that doesn't matter when I played Leaf Green last year, I used Flareon and it was as powerful as my Charizard. It like, you know what I'm saying? There's just too many memes that are passed along as truth. So,
right.
That's my
my
hill that I'm dying on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No,
well,
I'm like
guys,
optimistic too. Thank you so much. Also,
I just like went super negative
right
as we're ending the show.
Forever.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. We'll have you on again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Their links I don't actually think are in the description right now, but I'm gonna put them in the description, and I will be sending you guys collaboration links. So if you're watching the VOD, links are in the description. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Good weekend, everyone.
Go play Pokopia. I'll see you soon.
That's what I'm about to do.
Bye guys. See ya.